Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I have Euro USD. I am going to take you through Euro USD, the Alchemist strategy. I told you the Alchemist strategy is a strategy with clear guidelines on which to follow in order to execute successful trades, and it also has precision in timing your entries and exits. And this is the thing that I'll be teaching you today in this video. So stay tuned and work with me step by step. You'll be getting a clear guideline on what to expect when using the Alchemist strategy, and it is basically the reason as why you're seeing this support and resistance bars that I've drawn here, and these bars, they never leave my charts. They are always there. The reason as why you're seeing them, it's because I use the Alchemist plus S and R, or what you might call support and resistance, plus the Alchemist. So if you get if you put them together, then they give you precision entries, and chances of the level of success is very high. Like it has a high win rate. If you follow it step by step, follow it critically to the bone, it has a very high win rate. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be giving you another Euro sell setup for this same strategy that is going to happen the coming week. Today is Sunday, so the setup is going to be happening tomorrow. So stick around until the end of the video. You're going to be getting that setup, and you can benefit from it starting tomorrow. Okay, so now before I could continue, I'm going kindly to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. Then I proceed. Your subscription is the one that gives me energy or more power to make this kind of videos. So you can subscribe to the channel, then we can proceed with our analysis, Alchemist analysis on Euro USD. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Subscribe to the channel. Okay, so I hope you guys have subscribed. It helps me a lot. Okay, so now on the screen we have the chart of Euro USD, and this is the weekly time frame. I told you the strategy, the Alchemist strategy, works both on the weekly, monthly, daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, even the time frames below. But in order for you to have the better precision, the most accuracy, I highly recommend that you use the high time frames. And now that you're going to be using the high time frames, you don't want to use a time frame that is going to take forever to create a setup. Let's say, for example, the monthly time frame. If you're using the monthly time frame and you don't get a setup this week, that means this month it's going to take you another month to get a setup, and we cannot be waiting for a whole month. Yeah, I mean, we can wait, but then why do we have to wait for the whole month when you can just use the weekly and daily? Because the weekly, if you don't get a setup this week, you'll probably get next week. Sometimes you'll get 2-3 setups this week, and next week you get one. The other week you don't get. The other week you get 4, like that. So weekly, I find it the balance between the long-term trading and the medium-term trading. So I recommend the weekly. So now we have Euro USD on our charts. So what do you see on Euro USD? I'm going to go straight to the point, and then we start. Yes, now I'll put my report tool. So we are going to start here. This is Euro USD. This is the weekly time frame. Okay, so what do we have here? We have price that was moving up, made a double top on the weekly time frame, and then drastically dropped down here after making a double top, and now it made a head and shoulder here, and now it is going up. Don't see a head and shoulder, it is here. This is a shoulder, this is a shoulder, this is a shoulder, this is the head, and now it is going up, and this is the weekly time frame. If you see a double top or a head and shoulder on the weekly time frame, my friend, we are in for a very long run towards that direction. Okay, so now price came with a very strong bullish momentum and reached this area and made a tweezer top, tried to drop, and then made an indecision candle, or what you might call a doji or a hammer from here. Okay, so now we want to use the alchemy strategy to get precise entries to either buy or sell depending on what price action is telling us. So what is the first step? The first step is to identify a rejection on a high time frame. That is the first step. Identify a rejection on a high time frame. Step 2, go to a lower time frame or one time frame below. Let's say if you're on the weekly, have identified a rejection on the weekly, drop down to the daily to see a breakout. It might be a bullish breakout or a bearish breakout, which alchemists they call it a storyline. If we identify a setup, a rejection on daily, go to a 4 hour and look for a bearish breakout or a bullish breakout, or what you might call a bullish storyline or bearish storyline. If you see it, now that is when you start looking for entries. So I'll take you step by step. Okay, so now we see price rejected here and then rejected here. But do you see anyway it rejected that is fresh? No. Why? You see, we have a support here which was retested, which was made fresh by this candle and then retested by this candle. That means even this candle retested, that means this support here it is not counted. So what do? We wait for another resistance to be created, which was created here. However, it was not retested by this candle. Why? Because the wick is still down here. We want a retest to push the wick up to here. The wick should retest this price level here and reject it up. Let me put the line chart and put for you this. Yes, like that. So we want this candle here to come and reject on this support here or this line here in order for us to start looking for our bearish straight line on the daily time frame, or in order for us to start looking for a buy opportunity. Now since it is not rejecting here, since it's not rejecting here, that one is not going to be counted, so we leave it out. Good. So now we wait. This week gone. Now this week it ends with a rejection. It ends with a rejection. Is this candle rejecting any price level of support? Yes. Where? You look on the left. You see here? You see on the left here? Here. There is red candle, green candle, support. You put your line there. Put your line there, up there. You see? Exactly on the same. Red candle, green candle, that is support. Now the second question is, has this support been tested before? Has it been tested by a wick? We don't count a candle. Remember, a candle makes an unfresh zone become fresh. So we do not retest with a candle, we retest with a wick. Do we have a wick retesting this support? No. We have a full candle here, which makes it even fresh, though it was still fresh. We have another full candle here, which makes it fresh. Then here, you have a wick. Does it reach this line, this candle? No, it does not reach. What about this one? Does it reach there? It does not reach. So which one is valid? This one. It crossed and then came back for closed as a rejection, which means it tested this support here. So now is that valid? Yes, it is valid. So what next? The week has ended. Now we are proceeding to the daily time frame to look for entries with a bullish storyline, because now it is rejecting going up. So this is going to be a bullish storyline. So we head over to the daily time frame. So guys, you can subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. I'm going to be creating more content like this, and I'm sure you're going to be enjoying and educated. Okay, so now we have gone to the daily time frame. Do we see any sign of a bullish storyline? No. What do we see? We see a V at this price level here, a V. So what do we want to see? A bullish storyline. We want something like this. We want price to come and create something like this, like this, like this, and then it comes up like that. You see, this is the QM. Something like comes down lower low, lower high, lower low, then higher high. That is what you want to see. So in most cases, you can enter from here, put the stop losses below here if it is not that far, or if you can reduce your size, or you can wait for price to come and let me use this. You can wait for price to come and retest this area to make a head and shoulder, and then you'll enter from there. When it comes back to make a head and shoulder, you'll enter from here and go. But most of the times price never comes back. So that is what we want to see. So now, do we see it here? Go to the line chart. We don't see it. So now we play price forward as we wait. As we play price forward, we are waiting for these days to close. We're not just playing price forward, we're waiting for closures, another day to close. So we play price forward. We see there a hiccup like that. Play price forward. We see price coming back down. Now we have created some form of resistance. So if we break this resistance, that is now going to be our entry strategy. Because we've broken the resistance, that means we are likely going to be going up. And remember, support broken, resistance broken turns into support. So we play price forward. Good. Now you see, got the line chart. You see what I was telling you? 1, 2, 3, and then we break. We have broken this price area here. Let me draw for you the line there. You see, we have broken this price area here. That means we are already heading up. So what do? You enter on that closure of the green candle. It has even engulfed this previous 2 days. Remember, this is daily time frame. This green candle has engulfed this previous 2 days. So that is a strong sign that there are a lot of buyers that have come in. Enter from there and then put stop losses slightly below. I told you guys, put stop losses according to price, action, and market structure. Don't put stop losses according to what you fear to lose. So after, what do? We are going to move with the trend until when another bearish. Now for this one it is bullish, we are going up. So then only way we know that now the trend has ended, it is changing, and we need to close our trades, it is when another bearish storyline is created on the daily. We're going to move with the trend until we see the creation of a bearish storyline on the daily. And now I want you to tell me this, guys. This is a risk to reward of 6.3 is to 1 is to 6.3. A risk to reward. You're risking 80 to make 533. 530, guys. You're risking 80 to make 530. Which precision goes beyond this, and the risk to reward is just total madness. The only way you're exiting this trade is when you see another storyline being created on a daily, and it has to be a bearish storyline. That's when you know this trend now has changed. I need to close my profits. So now we play price forward. Where is this one? We play price forward. You see, boom. And it hits your target. Retraces a little bit, probably if you could add other trades, but I don't recommend it. And then it hits your target, even surpassed it, went up to 600. 1 is to 7. Guys, what else would you want? This happened in around 5 days. What else would you want? Which other strategy would you consider apart from this strategy, guys? The Alchemist Strategy gives you the precision. Just combine it with support and resistance. You're going to get the best you can get out of this strategy. So precise. Where to put stop losses is known. How to take your take profit is known. Big pips, high risk to reward. Guys, this is the strategy to go. I'm not saying that this is the only strategy that works. There are many strategies that work. However, it is a good strategy that you can add to your trading arsenal, such that whenever you're going to attack the market, you have enough weapons to fight it. You have enough weapons. Some people like me, I just go to the weekly time frame and I start seeing rejections, and then I know chances are high in the coming week I'm going to get trades there to enter. And when I say I'm going to get trades, at least that means that I'm around 70% sure that if as long as we create a straight line on the time frame, I'm going to bag some pips from that. Sometimes they are not going to be 500 like what you have seen here, but they are going to be there. That is a guaranteed. So guys, you can subscribe to the channel and share the video if you've liked it, share it if you have learned something. Also, you can leave a comment there. However, if you feel like you have not learned something, it is okay. Go through the video step by step. You can even slow it down step by step. I promise you, you will be able to learn something. That is how I also learned, watching those videos over and over again. That is how you get to learn. You don't just watch something for today and you move. I mean, you remember in high school, they used to teach you a whole syllabus for 3 4 months. Whole syllabus for 3 months. Sometimes they even teach you for a full year, a whole syllabus. So things take time, and I suggest that you also take time, go through all those things, learn them, and then you're going to be a better trader. Okay guys, that is all for today. Subscribe to the channel. We shall meet in the next one. Bye.